It's Lego Hobo 910 with another Lego video.
That was my little brother, because today we are going to be reviewing Prison Island, one of his sets. This is Set Reviews with my little brother. Let's get right into the review.
Starting with the small things, as always, with the shark.
So here's our shark. It's just a two-piece mold. We have this main body piece and then the jaw piece. It has the eyes printed on this. This is very common. What do you think about it?
The open part is very cool, but one of the coolest parts, when he gets up to people, he just sticks up his fin.
Next, we have the Crooks little boat, which is mainly this one olive green piece. And then back here, there's the engine with this little motor exhaust pipe area. It has a crowbar there and a lever to control it. And what's this about?
Pulling stuff off.
Yeah, this is a chain with the hook on it. And we'll show you what you can use that for later.
Next, we have the police helicopter. And the very cool thing about it, you can spin the rotors. And that transparent blue piece is very cool.
And you can open this up and it'll fit one person. It's kind of tricky to get them out sometimes. But there's one control lever there. You have this main landing pad piece there. And then two handcuffs at the end. It has stickers on either side. Overall, I'd say it's a decent build. Now my favorite vehicle, the Bill and Hot Air Balloon. It's mostly made of these giant clip pieces, and as you can see, there's like some patchwork stickers right there and there. The basket is a very simple design. This goes up like that. Sadly, there isn't like any fire piece like there would be in a real hot air balloon. And this can fit about 2 people in it. Though something that bugs me is this money bag hanging there. It makes no sense and it's not necessary. This is supposed to be like a prison escape set. And it has nothing to do with thievery. That's something I've noticed with most police sets. They just feel the need to shove a money bag in every set. And what's this about?
Having people get on it.
No, it's a tightrope, see? Right?
No.
Yeah, this can be lowered into the prison to pick them up. I might end up showing you how you can lower it in the prison later.
This is the police speedboat. And it's cool because that transparent blue piece, somebody can drive it. Then somebody in front can sit down and just see more. And those flashing lights are cool because they can just do type of police stuff and that siren thing.
Then on the back here, there is some handcuffs and a walkie-talkie, and this motor can be angled up and down and spin. And both the boats probably float because they're made of one big hull piece. So they both should probably float well, except I wouldn't recommend using this one because it has these stickers low to the water, and I'm not sure the effect of water on stickers. Here is the main jail. And as I was saying earlier about the hot air balloon, you can see that it can just lower its rope in and rescue out criminals from various different places. So that's pretty good. And then also, this helicopter can land on the landing pad. Now we're going to zoom in and get more of a closer view of that. I'm going to take off the helicopter so we can see it a bit better. Do you want to talk about the landing pad?
It's an H, and there's these lights on it, and it's kind of too small for the helicopter to land on it.
Yeah, it's a bit too small. It doesn't, like, properly land on those. It lands to either side, but I kind of like that because then it stops it from moving to either side and kind of holds it steady. And then there's these lights which can be angled up and down. And then it connects over to this dock where you can dock your boats. And then I'm going to go around the bottom here before I get up those stairs. As you can see, there are some stairs though, and there's like these pillar detailing and this rock climbing up the side of the tower, which I find really satisfying for some reason. Well, looks like Destiny has said that we should show that play feature next. You can take your boat, hook it on, and then what?
You pull it out.
Or something that I've noticed is it's hard to get this to stay on, so that way you can actually tug on the boat and pull it out. So something that you can do if you want to tug on the boat is you can disconnect the hook from the chain, put the chain through and connect the hook on the other side, and then it'll work. And then there's just a little lamp there. These bars in gunmetal gray. We'll get to that a bit later. We have more rock detailing here. And now we're actually going to be going inside the prison, starting with this. What is that?
Electric thing.
Yeah, it has some caution signs on the door, which are some stickers. And when we open it up,
there's jail stuff.
Yeah, there's like levers to control all sorts of facilities, which I really like because it gives you so many different ways to do a heist. Like, I imagine this as being able to turn off the locks because it has a little lock sign there. And that being able to turn off cameras or lights and all sorts of stuff, or like sewage and stuff. So that way you can have them escape in so many ways. And then you can close that right up. And now we're going to be moving on to this jail cell. And the best part of the whole set is right there.
The toilet.
It's the greatest part of the set.
No, really.
And then there's this bunk bed here with a little pillow there, and you can see the bars in the door here. That door opens up and can also be closed, and I just knocked something down. And I'll fix. Oh, I found what I broke. I knocked down a light. Okay, so there really aren't many ways for him to escape because he can only get out there, but that's not a really good escape way. So can you show how he can escape from this cell?
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah, there's a little trap door up there, and then you can climb out and escape like that. And now we're going to be moving to the main yard area of the prison. Here's the main area of the prison, and it's kind of hard to see. So something I'm going to show you is you can actually pop this open, and it unhinges. There's a hinge there, there's a little bar there, and a clip there to close it properly. And over here you can see the outside view of the cell we just showed you. And there's like a little bench there, and a sticker on the wall of like a picture of the girl criminal, this one. And it has a heart in the bottom, which means someone lives here. And then there's a bunch of like tally marks of how long they've been in prison. Over on this side, just more bars, except there's this little thing. What is this?
A weight.
It's really hard to get off of there though because it's kind of tucked into a little crevice back here. So it's really hard to get off there sometimes. You end up breaking the ball off of this or like breaking off the robot arm there. But as you can see, then he can have this little weight and lift it, which I just find really cute having this accessory here. Putting it in is a lot easier than taking it out though. It's still kind of tricky though. And on the walls we just have some cameras and a bunch of studs on top of the wall so you can have some minifigs stand up there.
You're going to work on this cell.
This is probably the coolest cell. It has the most ways to escape. First of all, if we look at the top here, this is built pretty neat, and there's this camera here. But also there's a trapdoor very similar to the last cell right here. But that is definitely the least cool way to escape. Then you can also hook this and take off these bars as well, so that way he can get out that way. But there's an even cooler way to escape. Can you start it? Yeah, you open up this gate to the sewers. You turn around, pull the pin, and he disappears.
Here's what it looked like from the front.
And he slides out of there very nicely and goes pretty far. And then also in the cell, there's just a little door there, and the cot, the little bed cot thing in here, which is what falls down. Otherwise, the cell is pretty bland.
Moving up through the stairs on the main tower.
So now that we're at the main tower, you can see, like, this part doesn't really make sense to me because it looks like this is a cell. It has a bar in it, like, has these locks. But when you go inside, it's not. And you can also get in through there, and it has the cell bars and the lock and stuff again. But when you go in, it's all in one area, and it's not really a cell because why would you have, like, glass in your cell and stuff? And it's part of the guard's tower. Plus, it has, like, a little picture of, like, guard of the month or something. I'll try to get a little more light in there. Maybe you can see it a bit better now. It's, like, guard of the week or something. It's just a picture of this guard. Now we are going to move up the tower to the next level.
This is the next level of the tower.
Up here, there's just some lights, kind of like the lights that are all around. And there is a walkie-talkie and some binoculars here on this balcony with this cool little lace thing. And then when we go in the tower, there's just a little glass door here. And you've probably noticed all the glass have these white streaks along the bottom. And what's inside there?
A coffee maker.
Yeah, it has this little blue countertop and then a coffee maker. Now moving up to the next level. This is the top level before the roof, and it looks kind of like an air traffic control tower. There's one swivelly chair in here. And do you want to tell what's in there?
Another coffee mug.
Yeah, and there's like some little controls and stuff in there. And then there's a bunch of these big windows here. And if we turn it around, you can see the roof a bit better. There's a bunch of lights around the top there. There's a little satellite dish which can turn and be angled upwards and downwards, and then a little antenna. What do you think of the roof?
Good.
What's so good about it?
The lights.
That's the best part about it?
Yeah.
I like the satellite dish the best.
We're going to start with the cops first.
This is probably the least unique because I've seen many minifigs like him. He's just kind of wearing this vest that says police across the back, police badge, radio, a little belt. He has no second face. His face has sunglasses though, and he looks really awesome. And then he has a blue baseball cap and blue pants. Nothing really major.
This is the helicopter pilot. He has a very simple helmet that can come off and on. And the very cool thing about it, that his whole front, because it has a lot of detail. Yeah, and like his face, it's not two-face.
Yeah, there's only one face. It's not a double face. You can see he has like some knee pad thing and a bunch of zippers, and it is pretty detailed. This is my favorite cop just because of his big hat. And then he has that beard and the big bushy eyebrows and a smile. Wearing some blue pants and then a light blue shirt. It's like unzipped and you can see the tie underneath. Badge, radio, once again, nothing major. That's something I've noticed about most LEGO City lines is there's nothing like crazy about their minifigs. They're fairly simple and repetitive.
This is the cop Lego girl, and she has very simple front printing, and she doesn't have a back face, just a front face, and a very simple back printing too. So let's get to the bad guys.
Not yet. I really like her hair in dark nougat though, and it's pretty much the same torso print as the man, but if you compare it, there's a very slight difference. Like, this one has the little black there to make it look a bit more feminine. And we almost got it confused because these are in the same bag. They should have put them in different bags so it wasn't so confusing. And once again, she's just a fairly simple minifig.
This is the first bad guy. He has very simple front printing and very simple back printing. And he doesn't have a double face.
Not everything is simple, Bugs. This is slightly complicated. It has some stripes and it says 86737. That's his prisoner number. And then on the front of the jacket, you can see like his jacket open and his orange prison uniform underneath, and you can see like some muscle in detail and start to see a bit of his number. Plus, he has this like slicked back hairpiece, which is kind of like Draco Malfoy's hair, if you're a Harry Potter fan. This is like the strong, muscly prisoner. He's my favorite. And as you can see, he has like his jacket tied around his waist. And then he's wearing the orange prison uniform there, and you can see lots of muscle detailing. And then his prison number, which is 92116. And for some reason, I always imagine this guy as being like French or Italian. And then he has this little like kind of bowler cap thing, and a big mustache which is covering his mouth. And I just really like this guy.
So he has very simple front.
No, this isn't simple. Look at all that detailing along the side.
Yeah,
but and then the belt, and then the striped shirt.
It's kind of hard, but he has a very simple face printing, and a good hat, and good clothes, and yeah.
Yeah, his back printing is very simple. His face, I've seen it used a lot before. It's not a very unique face at all. Overall, once again, most of these minifigures, they aren't great, but they do the job that they need to. Last but not least, we have the girl criminal, and this hairpiece, he has it in some other sets, and it just falls off all the time. Like a little girl in a lighthouse set that we're probably going to be reviewing, the hair just keeps popping off. Same with her. Like, I'm barely pushing up on it, and it just comes flying off. Compare it to this guy's cap. Barely push up on it. I had to push really hard to get that off. Well, not really hard, but a lot harder compared to her. She has the exact same torso piece, and then just different colored legs. Hers are dark brown, and then this long red hair piece that just falls off. And her face is really expressive, that nice little smirk. What do you think about her? See, I just moved her a bit, and her hair fell off there.
But her hair is very simple, because I like that falls off where it looks like the shark ate it.
You like that her hair just pops off? Yeah. I've heard you complain about it. You're playing and then her hair just falls off.
No.
So, yeah. Overall, I think this set is pretty cool. There's just a few things bad with it, like the girl's hair falling off, previously mentioned. And also, something that I didn't mention at all is the fact that there's like no water around it. It's supposed to be an island, except it doesn't look much like an island. It could just be in a very rocky terrain. It doesn't seem very islandish.
Peace.
So not yet. That's one thing I wish they would do. Now you can say it.
Peace.